Hi, my name is Carlina, and this is a congruence yoga tutorial on how to work your breath. So I'm just going to cover a very foundational style of breathing. There are many. It's under the branch of yoga called pranayama. There are 8 limbs of yoga, and you don't skip around. You start from the bottom and you work your way up the top. The bottom 2 are the yamas and the niyamas, which correlate essentially to self-care and how not to be an asshole. And then the 3rd and 4th are the asana, the yoga poses that you're used to seeing, and then pranayama, your breath practice. Okay, so that's what we're going to work on today, and there's going to be a lot of videos under this particular branch of yoga because there are a lot of different breath techniques. But I'm going to start you off at the very beginning because it's a very good place to start. And without further ado, let's go ahead onto it.
This exercise is best done laying down, so grab a pillow if you need that to be comfortable. Lay down on your back with your palms up, arms extended by your side or out like a T, or if you don't have space, feel free to bend your arms at the elbows and cactus your arms. Even if you don't have space to lay down, you can do this upright, though that will make it harder. Just be aware that it's best to begin by laying on your back. Just makes it way easier. So I'm going to assume that you're there at this point. Notice the breadth across your chest. There's all that space there. You're super grounded here. Gravity is keeping you in this position. You don't really have to do much of anything except for breathe. Gravity's just anchoring you down. You don't have to exert any muscular effort to hold yourself upright, and you can just focus on your breath. So do that. Focus on your breath. Just observe it. Inhale. Exhale. Without really trying to describe or judge or critique, you're really just observing that there are 2 distinct parts to begin with. Now I want you to focus on your exhale. Start to linger in your exhale. Get curious about your exhale. How long does it take you? Where do you feel the air as it's exiting your nostrils? Where do you feel the air within your nostrils? Where within your body deflates first? Second, third, just notice all the different qualities of your exhale. Okay, give your inhale that same treatment now. Just assess the different characteristics of your inhale. Where do you feel your lungs expanding? How is the experience of air through your throat into your lungs? Do you feel a balance side to side in your lungs, in your throat, in your nostrils while you're breathing here? Again, whatever you're observing, try not to be too attached to it. Each breath is a new opportunity to take in new sensation, new awareness, as well as fresh oxygen. Okay. Go back to your exhales now. How long are your exhales taking you? I want you to put a little control into that. Aim for a range of about 3 seconds on your exhale to longer, but we'll cap it today at about 8 seconds. So 3 to 8 seconds. If you're exhaling shorter than that, try to extend into that range. If you're drawing out longer than that, well, perhaps you already know what you're doing. But let's pretend that you don't. And just aim for somewhere within that range that's nice and comfortable. Give me another couple of rounds where you're focused at that range on your exhale. And now the same on your inhale. Try to balance. This is a time where it's okay to compare and contrast. Is it easier for you to breathe in? Or is it easier for you to breathe out? If you struggle with your inhale, try to slow it down a little bit. Make sure that you're getting all of the air out of your lungs on your exhale by also slowing your exhale down. The muscles of your abdomen, ribs, chest, throat, face, all facilitate the intake and expiration of your air. So see if you can find some other muscles than you're used to slow the breathing process down. Inhale and exhale. Just work for that balance. Let's say you're at a 6-second in and 6-second out balance. Great. Keep that up. If you're at 3 seconds, also fine. This type of breathing, this balanced breath, Samavata. Same Samavata air in Sanskrit. It's pretty broadly applicable. You can use this anytime. But these tools of awareness that you're cultivating while you're breathing will help you to manipulate your breath across a wide variety of circumstances in your life, in your yoga practice. There are other kinds of yogic breathing. You may have heard of Ujjayi breath. I'll cover that at some other point. I'll cover Nadi Shodhana, Bhastrika, Kapalabhati, all in good time. But first, just your Samavata. Now, you're breathing in, you're breathing out at the same rate. Great. This is necessary for the duration of the rest of your life to keep your blood oxygenated and to keep you vital. But there's more to it than just in and out. To develop the capacity of your lungs, to develop the awareness of your breath at its apex and at its lowest tide, it is important to develop the practice of holding in and holding out. So you're just breathing in, let's say it's 6 seconds. You're breathing out, let's say you're at 6 seconds. In and out. In and out becomes in and hold, out and hold. So let's actually do that at the 6-second marker. Breathe in. Hold it. That's right, I expected you to breathe that whole time. Exhale. Hold it out. Okay, keep that going. Now, let's say the holding is stressful for you. Start by holding your air at a slightly decreased ratio. So let's say it takes that 6 seconds to breathe in, breathe out. Instead of holding in for 6 and 6, you will hold in for a portion. Let's say it's 2 and 2, or 3 and 3, some proportion of the number 6. Hold, inhale, 6 seconds. Hold for 2. Exhale for 6 seconds. Hold for 2. Eventually working up to a 1 to 1 to 1 to 1 ratio. You just continue your breath in this way. Inhale, hold in. Exhale, hold out. And bring your awareness into all the facets of the physical experience first. Build that foundation of feeling all the facilitatory muscles of your breathing. Feel the frustration where breathing doesn't necessarily feel like it's being facilitated at all. Savor the moments when your air is in all of the way. Try to draw some learning from that. And likewise, when you're completely empty, there's something to be taken from this situation as well. I find that some people gravitate toward feeling really great when they're fully in. Some people prefer the sensation of out. Certainly in yoga, in the various poses, there are moments where it's advantageous to be doing one versus the other. And as you see already, the possibilities for question and curiosity surrounding your breath is nearly limitless.
Okay, so that was about a 10 or 11 minute breath practice, and that's actually a great duration of time for you to work on your breath when you're just beginning. So you can come back to this video again and again. You start where you start, and you can increase the length of time it takes you to inhale, increase the length of your exhale, and get more comfortable holding your inhales in and your exhales out, and increase that duration until you're beyond the scope of what we covered in this particular video. I'd love to hear your insights, because inevitably, as you practice, more and more you will have them. So come on back and share, so that the learning is not just you. You can share your learning and other people can learn from that. And in this way, we will be all connected. Connect to your spirit yogis. Namaste.